folks, how is everybody? It's everybody's favourite ginger mindset and marketing guy from Yorkshire. Today, I want to talk about building a personal brand. We're covering what a personal brand is, but I wanted to dive in a bit deeper into how to build one. First of all, I want to start off by telling you that you already have a personal brand. Whether you're in control of it or not is an entirely different matter. But every post you put out on social media, every video you create, every advert you post, every comment you make, whether in public, whether in private, whether on social media, it's all building your personal brand. And a personal brand isn't something that only business owners and entrepreneurs have. If you have any kind of presence online, then you have a personal brand. And whether you're looking to get a job, trying to get into universities, even going on a first date, or simply trying to increase your friendship group, you better believe that people are already searching for you and have found your personal brand. And if you're not in control of your personal brand in 2020, then you're going to get left behind more and more across the next decade. Now, when I first started running a business, and I know we're starting off here by talking about corporate branding in a video that's supposed to be about personal branding, but my very first experience of going in deep on any kind of branding was corporate brands. And when I first started researching about branding, the focus was on colours. Having the right brand colours. Having continuity between platforms in your brand. The same text, the same colouring, the same alignment. And of course, having a brand slogan and something that your brand stood for. And well, yes, some of these things are still very relevant in personal branding in 2020. There's a big shift in focus from consumers who are turning more and more towards buying from the person rather than buying from a corporate brand. So today, your personal brand is more about being the authentic you and less about the metrics. Your personal brand's focus is on you, so if there's something unique about you, and let's be honest, there's many unique qualities about each of us, that's the thing that you need to be leveraging within your personal brand. So when I've asked people before what they think of me, what they think of when they think of me, the common terms that pop up is obviously being ginger, my sense of humour, positivity, and my accent, which is just an amazing byproduct of coming from God's own county of Yorkshire. And the second thing is a big focus of a personal brand is your story. Your story is completely and utterly unique to you. Other people have had similar experiences, and that's why you need to share your story, because these people that have had similar experiences are the ones that are going to really resonate with you the most. But nobody else, out of the 6 billion people on this planet, not one of them has gone through a journey that's totally identical to yours. Now, there's a massive influx of people building a personal brand, and across the next 3 to 5 years, this is going to explode even more, in a really big way. So cultivating and leveraging your unique story to be in control of your personal brand is absolutely vital. Now, you might be sat there thinking, well, that's just great. Here I am trying to build this personal brand that this ginger nut of a Yorkshireman's told me I need, and now he's told me I'm going to drown within the next decade if I don't get one. And now, to make it worse, I need this huge great big story that I don't have. Well, just relax, because you do have this huge great story, I promise you. If you think you don't have a personal story that people are going to resonate with, then just take 5 minutes and sit down with a writing pad and a pen and start from when you were a child. Just make a list of the kind of upbringing you had. How was your early education? What kind of things did you overcome? Were you shy? Were you outgoing? What mistakes did you make? How was college for you? What things did you overcome in your personal life? What was your first job? What are the things that inspire you? All these things are topics that other people are going to resonate with. Now look, I've just barely scratched the surface there, so if you're really struggling to cultivate your personal story, don't worry, there's another video on doing just that. My next piece of advice is find what you're strongest at and really play up to that. So for example, for the past 6 years I've been a full-time professional entertainer, meaning that I've got really comfortable on stages, around microphones and presenting. So I tend to lean more towards this whilst I'm on social media. I tend to lean more towards videos. And well, yes, you do need to be flexible and utilise the most aspects from text posts to images to videos and audio. You also need to have a main focus. And that main focus should be whatever you're strongest at, because that's where you're going to be at your most comfortable, and that's where you're going to be the most authentic version of you. That's why on videos like this, I tend to move around a little bit, I don't always look at the camera, and it seems as though I'm almost on stage. Most of the time I'm not, but that's when I'm the most authentic version of myself. So that's why I'm like that on videos. Now you need to be clear on who you're trying to reach. You need to know who your target audience is. And most importantly, you need to know who isn't your target audience. There's so much truth in the statement that you can't be everybody's cup of tea, unless of course it's Yorkshire tea. So trying to please everybody simply isn't going to work. I'll show you a prime example of this. If you put something really generic into Google, like just the word inspiration or motivation or fitness, millions and millions of results come up. And there's so much competition. But if you really double down on your search term and get super specific, the amount of results gets less and less. So certainly at first you need to be super niche. You need to secure what your niche is, get super specific to build your audience. And then of course once you've built your audience you can start to branch out further and further. But first, specifics are key. The same is true for your brand's goals. So for example, if your brand's goal is to get a job, that's super vague. But you can really niche down on that. By setting your personal goal as you want to get a job, you're being vague. So what you need to do is say you want to get a job in whatever industry you want to be in, doing whatever it is you want to do within that industry. Or if, for example, you're a coach, just saying you want to motivate people isn't enough. Again, just put the word motivation into Google and see how many results come up. Instead, you need to decide in what area you want to motivate people and then really double down on that niche. The way I would do this is by taking a look at the people that motivate and inspire me and see who else they inspire. And then use those people as my focus. Now don't be afraid that niching up is going to exclude people or exclude you from doing certain things. For example, my goal is to help people build and grow their personal brand and expand their business online, while showing that there's a direct link between successful marketing and mindset. And the inspiration that people tell me they get from that really comes as a byproduct of what I'm already doing. So don't think that by getting super specific on your niche, you're going to exclude people, because you're not. I have people all the time from outside of my target audience coming to me saying that they really resonated with my stuff. And you're certainly not going to exclude yourself from people, because if someone resonates with you, then they resonate with you. You'll really light someone up, even if they're outside of your target audience, if they resonate with you. So don't worry about niching up and excluding people. A super important part of building your personal branding is collecting social proof. Whether this is generating comments on your posts that in some way reference you or the services you've given, or the very direct route, especially for personal brands that are to help you build your business, collecting reviews and testimonials is absolutely essential to the growth of your personal brand. Everything these days needs to be backed up by social proof. Facebook, Google reviews, video testimonials. You need to be collecting them all the time. And share them. Share them everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, on your website, on your portfolio. Collect social proof and then socialise it. Creating engagement is your job. Your consumers need to be engaging with your personal brand, and the way to generate this is to share content your consumers resonate with. The only way you're going to find out what your consumers resonate with is by looking at the metrics. See who's engaging, where they're engaging, what type of content they're engaging on, and what type of content gets the most shares and the most likes, and then really double down on building on that. You need to know your audience and consumers really well. And there's no better way of getting to know your content consumers than finding out what really resonates with them. And my final piece of advice is there's no hard and fast rule, but get consistent and find your rhythm. Some people post once a week and that really works for them. Some people post once a month and that really works for them too. There's no hard and fast rule for what works, but one thing we do know that works is consistency. Also on the point of consistency, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Sharing your story over and over again is not damaging at all, and in fact creates consumer memory, which creates a memory for your personal brand. So don't be afraid to reshare and repurpose bits, if not all of your story, so people get a really good feeling of knowing you. I really hope you've taken some value from this, and the important thing to do now is to take action. The difference between the 1% and the 99% is that the 1% took action. So take these strategies, take action, and if something from this video really worked for you, reach out and let us know in the comments. For now, from everybody's favourite mindset and marketing guy who's just got that little hint of ginger, take care. I'll see you all soon.